What's going on, guys? If your army had access to a 3d6 strength 4 auto hit skimmer or a 6d6 auto hit flame throwing skimmer with a 12-inch range that can deep strike for one command point, what are the chances you would include that in your army? I'm going to say 100%. And because of that, I think the Flamers of Tzeentch might be the best, maybe the best unit in the game. They have a 4-up invuln. Like, if you could take an Eldar Viper, which I think has 6 wounds, and you gave it a Flamer that shot 3d6 shots at 12 inches, and it had a bad profile, right? Every 2 wounds it took, it lost a flamer. I still think you would take that, and especially when you could deep strike it. Also, it could be upgraded to a 6d6 flamer. Now, the 3d6 is only about 90 points, so the 6d6 is 180. You could go to 9d6, and that would be 270. That's pretty devastating. You can do it multiple times. You can deep strike multiple groups of the Flamers of Tzeentch. And, most importantly, they have a lot of access to being buffed. Their weapons are strength user, so they get +1 strength. They become strength 5 near a Herald of Tzeentch. That Herald of Tzeentch could cast +1 to wound on that unit. You could have... That might be about it. Oh, you can make them all a 3-up invulnerable. For you deep strike 9 flamers in, toast everything within 12 inches. And then, on their shooting phase, you give them a 3-up invuln. It's an 18 wound storm shield unit. Pretty effective. That flies. They can't charge it because they have a 12-inch flamer. So it's pretty devastating to try to charge into it. They might waste a lot of shots trying to shoot it to death. And there's a good chance that you're still going to have some of them left alive in your turn. So, as I'm sitting here waiting for my Rubik Marines to dry, as I primed them out here late at night in Phoenix, Arizona, I'm just curious, are we going to see a lot more Flamers of Tzeentch? I think we'll see a lot of Bloodletter bombs coming soon. I think we'll see Custodes Jet Bite character spam coming soon. I think we'll definitely see people copying the Hellhound spam list from the LVO, because it's pretty interesting. And it's essentially the same thing as if you took a whole bunch of Flamers. There's a local guy here who plays with like 9 or 10 Plague Burst Crawlers. And I saw in one of the local groups there's another guy looking to pick up some more Plague Burst Crawlers because he wants to make his own version of the list. A lot of those things, I feel like auto-hit flamethrowers are pretty good against. Not the Plague Burst Crawlers. But if you deep strike in for 400, let's say 270, 540 points, quarter of your army, and did 18d6 strength 5 auto hits with a -1 AP, you could pretty much kill everything within 12 inches and still have 1,500 points, basically, to deal like damage with, to take objectives, to move across the table. Maybe you have a Forge Fiend, a Skull Cannon, a Predator, whatever, in your backfield, and a Renegade Knight. So the target priority can still be there. 2 units of 9 Flamers is going to be devastating. They will have to shoot everything in their army to try and get rid of those units as fast as possible. And I think chances are they're going to have to ignore other things you may have taken that have long-range fire. So don't overlook the Flamers of Tzeentch. If you're playing Thousand Suns, I think it might be worth it to either take a detachment of Tzeentch. I think it's really worth it to take a detachment of Tzeentch. But if you want to stick pure Thousand Suns, maybe save 90 points and summon yourself in a unit of 3. They only have to land 9 inches away from an enemy, and they have 12-inch range flamers. I think you'll be very impressed with what they do, and enjoy yourselves. We're going to have some more videos coming soon. Probably start talking a little bit more about the Adeptus Mechanicus as I start thinking about my Adepticon list for the Warhammer tournament there. Also, if you're between Phoenix and Chicago, maybe we could play, because I will be driving to Adepticon. So I wouldn't mind maybe stopping somewhere to get a game in. Practice game before the tournament. So I'll talk to you all soon, and have a good night.